I have NASH-based cirrhosis, which is a terminal illness. Cirrhosis of the liver can be attained 200 different ways, but drugs and alcohol are only two, and mine is a genetic form.
Yeah, that is director and producer Robin Flannery. She says she suffers from NASH-based cirrhosis, a genetic disease that affects her liver. And she says that she was told she had just 2 years to live. But now, 9 years later, she is on palliative care. She spent years trying to get a liver transplant. She says that she was approved by doctors at 4 different hospitals for a liver transplant, only to be ultimately rejected by each hospital's board of directors. She is sharing her story now and raising the alarm about how many Americans feel they do not have access to vital health care in the wealthiest country in the world. For more on her message and her case, and to bring awareness of what many doctors call a silent disease, Robin Flannery is joining us now, along with Dr. Purvi Parikh, an infectious disease doctor with New York University. Thank you both for being here tonight. And Robin, I want to start with you. First of all, I'm so sorry for what you've been through. I can only imagine how hard this must have been. Any updates? What is the outlook for you right now? What are you expecting?
First, thank you so much for having me. I don't feel like there is much left for me unless I can get stem cells or there is a new drug that comes out. Since I have been sick for so long, I now have other organs involved. I have level 3 kidney failure. I have colon issues. I have heart arrhythmias, and many other things that go along with this. So even if I were to get a transplant at this late stage, I would still have a very debilitating life. So what I'm trying to do is raise awareness for anybody. During the pandemic, we found a lot of younger people coming down with NASH. And now there's a lot of drugs being made for people who are not to cirrhosis yet. I'd like to raise awareness for those people to go get tested. If you have any kind of liver numbers that are on the borderline or above, please get tested. My daughter has this genetic form, and there is a drug for her now. So I feel like I'm at the end of my message, but not for everyone else.
I really appreciate this message that you have and your drive to share it. Dr. Parikh, I do want to ask, Robin says that she's been denied treatment because of her MELD score, that it is too low. But with her version of the disease, her MELD score won't rise. Can you help explain the ranking system and what Robin and people like her might be able to do to get help?
Right. So, there are huge demands, unfortunately, for organs in general. Just to give perspective, there's 100,000 people waiting for organs in the U.S. alone. And what a MELD score is, it kind of predicts one's prognosis, and it's calculated based on a variety of factors. Kidney function, something called INR, which tells you if you're having problems clotting, that's near the end stage, sometimes of the kidney disease, and a few other characteristics as well. And the problem is, as Robin said, that by the time you're getting to that poor prognosis MELD score, you are quite sick, right? And so the reason for having to go based on that system is because of the scarcity of organs, unfortunately, available for everybody.
Yeah. Robin, can you share with us what it was like to be told that you only had a few years, that this was a terminal diagnosis?
It's felt like a terrorist attack on me as a person. I didn't want to even come out with this disease. And so I waited until 2022 when I had another mass found in my sigmoid colon. But I mean, it is terrifying to think you're going to die and continue to try to work. And this disease gets a lot of shame. So it's like you tell somebody you have liver disease, you can't get a job, you get shamed, etc. So it's felt like a terrorist attack.
And you say shame specifically because you think people's mind, when they hear even non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, that their mind goes to alcohol, it goes to drug use. Is that right?
Without a doubt. I can't even tell you how many conversations I've had to defend myself while I'm sick.
Dr. Parikh, why is stem cell therapy in the U.S. illegal, and how do they affect patients like Robin?
Right. It's unfortunate because a lot of the progress and research to advance stem cell therapy to the point where it is FDA approved and safe for people to use comes from a lot of barriers, right? There's ethical concerns that have been raised by various groups. There's also lack of funding at the government level and otherwise. So unfortunately, we don't have, those studies, those resources that are being poured into other drug development, for example, that would help bring that out to the forefront where we can use it safely and effectively in treatment in patients.
Robin, what is your message? Should it be that Americans struggle, and not even just in this very specific case, but that so many Americans are struggling to get basic and sometimes life-saving care in the wealthiest country in the world?
Yes. Excuse me, I have something called hepatic encephalopathy, which I take a $3,500 a month drug called Xifaxan for. So if I say a wrong word, please forgive me. But my message is to don't give up, do your research, keep trying, but get tested early, because you really can fix this if you have not gotten cirrhotic. And cirrhosis is a hardened shell around your liver. You can do the research, but my message is advocate for yourself. No one else will.
Robin, what do you hope your mark on the world will be?
That people will have more opportunities for healthcare, no matter what their status is in life in the United States of America.
Yeah. Tell me more about this, doctor. It's been called a silent killer. What is going on in terms of fatty liver and other liver issues in this country? What are you seeing?
Right. It's one of the most common causes of liver issues and of cirrhosis. And the majority of patients that have it due to obesity and other diseases that come along with it, like insulin resistance or diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. But however, there is a small percentage, similar to Robin, that don't have the insulin resistance or obesity or overweight or that metabolic syndrome that we talk about. And that's what makes it very challenging, the people who have the genetic condition, because, you can get your diabetes under control, your cholesterol under control with medication, lifestyle changes, but you can't change your genetics. And so to Robin's point, that's why further advances are really important for that group of individuals, so that we can prevent that progression into cirrhosis, which can be so hard to treat and lead to other complications too, like cancer and multi-organ failure.
Robin, I know that this has been an extraordinarily expensive journey as well. I'm so glad to hear that there's medication available to help your daughter. I know that you have a GoFundMe. We will be posting that online at newsnationnow.com. I know you depend on it. Robin Flannery and Dr. Parikh, I appreciate you both. Robin, wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much.